Fridays on Most Buffalo, we like to clue you in on the events happening for the weekend, and there's a special event happening at Helium Comedy Club tonight and tomorrow. Ridiculously funny Saturday Night Live alum Chris Kattan is in town with his stand-up show, but right now he's here on our show, and we're so happy to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me.
And back in Buffalo, because you've been here before.
I have, yeah. Yeah, it's a great place. I really enjoy it.
Well, it's great to have you back, and I also want to say congratulations, because I know you just got engaged.
I did.
So some great news for you.
A month ago, so yeah, very exciting. Yeah, her name's Maria, and yeah, I'm very excited to be engaged.
And so, you have this show, these couple shows coming up this weekend. Tell us a little bit about that. What do you got planned for
there's two tonight and there's two tomorrow, and yeah, it's at the Helium Comedy Club, and it's a great club, and you know, I just love making people laugh. So you know, and I guess there's misery this weekend, apparently.
They'll need it, right?
If you do not want misery, I will be the opposite of that, and the shows at the club will definitely be a lot of fun. So it's a definite thing to do this weekend, you know.
Do you remember that first time when you sort of had that feeling of, I love being in front of this audience and making people laugh?
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, the first time I ever felt that was, I did a pep assembly when I was in high school, and it was really, yeah, I was new to the school, and everybody was laughing. I was like, wow, maybe I have a gift of some sort. And then I went to the Groundlings, and I was spotted, and they put me on SNL, so that's how that started. And ever since, I've been, you know, enjoying myself so much, you know, in front of an audience, and people laugh, and I just go, wow, that's my gift to give. You know, I'm so blessed to have this. So yeah, I'm just having a great time doing it, you know.
And you lived such a life on Saturday Night Live, and making all of these memorable characters. I'll tell you, I told my friends that you were going to come on the show.
Yeah.
One of my friends immediately writes me back, and she goes, "Don't fall in love with Mango." And I started laughing, and I was like, those are the kinds of things that people love.
Yeah.
These characters, and this is a show, this is a character, you're a comedian who endures. How do you reflect on that now?
Well, you know, I mean, a lot of people, you'll see if you go to the show, well, please do go to the show, you know, I do talk a lot about SNL and those characters, and like the Mango or the Mr. Peepers or the Roxbury guys, and, you know, because I didn't realize how, you know, popular they became. You know, it's pretty crazy, and how much they bring back memories for other people, and a lot of the people that come to the show are like, they love those characters, and so I do talk a lot about them, and you know, and that's just part of me, you know, doing characters. It's a thing I do. I enjoy making characters, so you know.
Especially being like the pace of that, and being in that show, being in it in the moment. You know, you're not thinking like, oh, we're making something that people are going to be laughing about.
Right.
We hope they're going to laugh right now, tonight.
Yeah, no, there's no like thinking about hoping. There's just like, you just do it and just assume they'll laugh. And if they don't, they don't. But usually every time they do. So, you know, that's just how it goes. It's a very, very quickly paced show. So there's no time to think.
Yeah.
And that's almost like stand-up comedy. You really don't have time to think. So you're just on a roll, and you just keep going. And, you know, and usually if you get the crowd in the beginning, they just, you know, love you from the beginning. So that's the joy of like doing stand-up comedy.
Is stand-up something that you've always done?
No, actually, I started doing you know, improvisation, which is really great when you're doing stand-up, because it could be something to fall back on, you know. So you could always put improvisation while you're doing your set. So it's really fun.
I know that people, you know, we have people like you come in, and it's just like, I love him, and I love his movies and his characters. And there's always people who wonder, how did that happen, and how do you get there? When you think back, do you think there was a moment of, this is something that I did that made a really big difference for me?
Yeah, I mean, well, like the characters, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday somebody brought, at the show last night, brought a scrapbook of all these photos of me. Like, it was incredible. It was like 20 pages of like all these little cut out pictures of me on the television since she was 13 years old. And it was just like incredible. It was like, I've never seen such fanmanship from somebody. I mean, I see a lot of things, people make me things or posters, but this woman in particular was, there are photos of things I don't even remember. I have no idea. It was like, some of them look like, this almost looks too personal. Wait a minute, where's this photo from? But no, they're all from television or you know, newspaper articles or magazines, and you know, and I was just like so blown away that this woman just had all these, you know, I did such a thing, you know, I made such a memory for her, you know.
Bringing joy to people and realizing how much that means, because it's fun for you, obviously. And then
it is. Well, it blows me away too when somebody has that much, you know, they're that affected by my comedy, and that means so much to me.
Well, we appreciate your time. Before we let you go,
Sure.
I have a ridiculous question that I love asking fun people.
What's
if
that?
you'll indulge me. If you had to be defended in a court of law by an animal, which animal do you think would be most up to the task of being your attorney?
Clearly a giraffe.
Tell me why.
Well, I think that would be an interesting attorney. I think I would like my attorney to have a big tie, and I think a tie would look great on a giraffe. And I think we need a giraffe in the court. It'd be nice.
That reason
I'd like
alone.
to be defended by a giraffe.
You heard it here, folks.
Wouldn't you? Isn't that obvious?
I think that's a great answer.
Yeah, that's a great question, actually.
Well, thank you very much.
What about you?
So I've always thought...
A hippo?
No.
Oh.
I've always wanted an owl.
An owl?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, because they're kind of small.
Oh, yes.
But also, I like that owls' heads turn all the way around.
That's true.
So you can just imagine that they'd be talking to, you know, here, and then all of a sudden the head goes around and looking at the jury.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be really effective.
Yeah. I think a giraffe would be great because they'd be so intimidated.
Yeah. They just walk and they're like, oh,
this giraffe is really going to win.
This guy means business. And have you seen his tie?
Have you seen his tie?
He's amazing.
This is a giraffe. It's a great question.
Have a great time. The rest of your buffaloes.
Yeah, you
Safe
guys,
travels.
you got to come to the show. I mean, seriously, it's a great show. It's a great club. Helium's the best, so.
Yeah, it's right here at Helium, and it's happening. You've got 2 shows today, 2 shows tomorrow.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris Kattan.
Thank you so much for having me.